Welcome to the APA Basics tutorial as explained by a librarian at the University of Guelph-Humber. In this tutorial, I'll be explaining how to cite books, edited books, journal articles, and websites in APA. Before you begin to cite your sources, it's important to review your assignment outline or ask your professor what style of citation they want to use for that assignment. Generally, in APA, you have an in-text citation for a quote, which includes an author's name, the year of publication, and the page number, usually followed by a full citation at the end, under the centered heading References. If you have a paraphrase, which means that you've used an author's idea or used an author's sentence in your own words, you only need the author's name and year. Note that the references are usually indented in the second line and double-spaced. Let's start with books. Let's say you want to use this sentence in your paper. It's good practice to write down in your notes the page number, the author's names, and the year of publication for in-text citations for both quotes and paraphrases. This practice allows you to trace your work back to the sources. Once you've got that information and you want to use the sentence in your paper, place quotations around the sentence. This indicates to the reader that these are the author's words, not yours. Here are two ways of writing a direct quote. Place a space after the quote. You can place brackets, then in the brackets the last names of the authors. Please don't include first names or initials. If there's two, put an ampersand, also known as an and sign, between the two authors. If there's three or more, use the name of the first author followed by the term et al. Put a comma, then a space, and then the year of publication, followed by a comma and a space. Place a P with a period, then a space, and the page number where the sentence appears in the source. You'll notice the period does not go at the end of the sentence. It goes after the bracket. This indicates to the reader that the citation goes with that sentence. An alternative way of placing an in-text citation for a direct quote is to begin with the author's last name. If there are two, separate each with a comma, then a space. Use and instead of the ampersand. Place a space, then in brackets the year of publication, followed by the sentence in quotations. At the end of the quote, place the letter P and a period for the page number in brackets. You'll notice the period goes after the page number, not the sentence. Once you're ready to do the references, look at the book again. You'll need the following information: the author's last name and initials of the first names, the title of the book, the year of publication, and the name of the publisher. If you're unsure of the publisher information, find the book in the library catalog. The publisher information is normally listed. Under a centered heading References, place the author's last name followed by a comma, the initial of the first name followed by a period. If you have more than one author, place the comma after each initial, then an ampersand or an and sign before the last author. In brackets, place the year of publication, followed by a period. The title of the book should be in italics. Pay attention to this detail. The first word is capitalized. If the title has a subtitle, the first word after the colon is also capitalized. In addition, proper nouns such as people's names and places need to be capitalized as well. A period should be placed at the end of the book title. Space, then the publisher's name. You'll notice the publisher's name is capitalized. End the reference with a period. To see part 2, go to the next question.